I remember when my grandson was little using freedom of words. People died for our freedom so we could say what we want to. But say what we want to, we can do it all day long. But let somebody say, I'm afraid for my whatever. I'm afraid for them. I'm afraid what they're going to do to themselves or somebody else. They're going to freaking put you in a straitjacket or put you behind bars. And straight up, you don't have freedom to say what the fuck you want. Because then you got to be accountable to those words. And I think that accountability, I get it. We have to be accountable for what the fuck we say. We absolutely do. We have to be careful. But when you're within your safety zone and you're with your friends, you're liable to say anything. And we both, I have a friend that we can say anything in front of each other, and we know, what it is. Like, yeah, you can talk some shit, but you're not going to walk that shit. You can talk it and be free to do that, but in real life, not so much. Just can't do that. And this morning, what brought me on this thing was Jeannie C. Riley and the people in Harper Valley PTA and how they did things and were saying things in that song and passing judgments of what people were doing. And she pointed out, well, this one that was pointing the finger at her and that one that was pointing the finger at her, they all had their own shit they were doing that was a little twisted. But, they weren't looking at their own shit. They were pointing out her stuff. Mind your own business, what I got to say. Mind your own business. If it ain't affecting you, unless you bring it into your effectiveness, you can bring somebody else's shit into your, bring somebody else's shit into your life, their drama into your life. That's a real smart thing to do. Just saying. I don't know. I'm kind of flipping quite this morning, but what happened was I got to the garage and I got to thinking, they're going to put that on a code and look for that code to come up, and there's no check engine light on. You can't check something that ain't there. And I'm trying to figure out, well, if that check engine light doesn't come on except for every so often, I'm just going to keep going down to the garage that fixed it and get them to pop it off and just keep going and make sure that's the same code that's coming up, because it's electrical. And I'll wait. I'll save the money and wait and get it fixed when I need to. I'm not sure what the answer is to this, but I'm really frustrated that I went down for my appointment and I was a little early, and I talked to this kid, and his name is Jason. Makes my heart pitter patter. And I don't think he's gray, so he's not a kid, he's an adult. But when you say things to people and you want to tell them, thank you for having the name of Jason because I got to say your name, and it means a lot to me. I said, because my kid is here, and to me that is a belief. My son's name came into my life at a time that I was, I'm not going through anything, but it's a 10-year mark, and it's on 3 days from now, 2 days from now, the 16th. And so, yeah, it's a coincidence. It's nothing more than a coincidence. No God sent that to me. It was just nice. That's all. It was nice. It was a warm fuzzy, and it brought tears to my eyes. Oh, shit. That's a school bus. It got some damage to it. I wonder if they're going to turn it into a schoolie. They could turn it into a schoolie. Oh, that would be so nice. Schoolies are good things to do. Just take off, but they take a lot of gas. They do that. I'm just babbling, and I'm just enjoying the view because everything is brown. And you got to watch for the deer because they blend in so good and they come out so fast, and the wind is blowing, and it's just a crisp morning. It says 46, but it was frost this morning. It was 25 yesterday. And I know you probably don't give a crap, but you probably got cold where you're at too. It's cold. This is a season for us anyhow, and we're at my hemisphere. And the briskness makes me feel alive, believe it or not. I don't like being cold, but the briskness somehow just makes me feel alive. It makes my body work harder to stay warm, and I like that. I rinse in cold water when I take a shower, and I mean cold water. I started doing that when I watched a guy on YouTube say that it's healthy for you to submerge your body in cold water. Well, I'm not going to go jump in the lake. I'm going to do it in the shower and clean water and rinse with cold water. And it works. I think it does what it needs to do. I'm not sitting in it, but I'm old and I'm trying to take baby steps here to do what I got to do that. So whatever life gives you to learn and make it better, do that. Don't do some other shit. Don't go looking for trouble. Don't, because you'll find it. Leave it alone. Let people be. It's hard enough out here. Watching over your shoulder for some neighbor that's trying to be an asshole, or some person that just, you don't have to be an asshole. That's a choice. Just saying.